Representing the business of boxing, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Manager Marty.
Thank you. You're far too kind. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, members of the jury, members of the Roll the Tape film crew, welcome to another episode of Roll the Tape Podcast with Manager Marty. I'm your host, Manager Marty. I'm glad that we're here today. I'm glad I'm here. I'm glad that y'all here. We have some boxing to talk about. We have the business of boxing to talk about. We have upcoming fights this weekend. We definitely want to get into that. The link is pinned to the top of the chat. So this is open panel. We're not going to be on here all night. We did almost 4 hours yesterday. So salute to everybody that's in the chat. Salute to all the members of the Roll the Tape film crew, supervisors of the Roll the Tape film crew. Andre Noble, what's good with you? Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. Man, we're going to get right into the show today. We typically do our Town Watch check-in, but I'm inclined to just go right in to our segment. If you're watching a replay of this live, I welcome you. What's going on, y'all? Everybody good? Come on, get the likes up if you can. I don't ask for much. Jab it, hook it, uppercut it, double jab it, body shot it, tap on it, whatever you got to do so that YouTube can push out the algorithm for for those that may not get the opportunity live. They can watch the replay of the live. We provide entertainment and education over here, and I'm excited about it. And I wanted to do a recap. Some people may have missed the live segment yesterday, so we want to make sure that we give us a small little recap on the president, CEO, and founder of VADA. She was here yesterday on a phone call, interview / discussion, and we had a good time yesterday. Really, really good time. And some of you that may have been here yesterday did not get an opportunity to come on up or even engage in the chat. So even if you don't want to come on up, that's perfectly fine, but definitely engage in the chat. I want to know how you really feel. What's your assessment? What did you observe? What did you hear? What stood out to you the most? What did you learn? It's all about learning now. We're going to get into the fights this weekend. Rolly Romero versus Pitbull Cruz in the co-main event. Then, of course, in the main event, we have Sebastian Fundora, who's coming in on a 2.5 week to 3 week notice. I think it was like 2.5 week notice. And he's fighting against Tszyu. And we're going to give a breakdown of that. Open panel discussion on that as well. Who you think gonna win? Strengths and weaknesses of both fighters in the main event. Strengths and weaknesses of both fighters in the co-main event. We need answers. And I hope our questions were answered. I'm glad that you all are here. Man, we got some heavy hitters in the chat. So salute to everybody that's in the chat. Those of you that acknowledge me, those of you that are in the comments section below watching the replay, I welcome you all. Come on in, have a seat. Let's do a live show, man. Let's have fun tonight, man. You know what I mean? Hold on, let me do this real quick. Let me do this one time. Bam, I got to show my face when I come in. Hoodie time. I feel like I haven't worn the hoodie in a little minute. So, we wanted to get that hoodie flavor back in. You know what I mean? Yeah, I heard it was a fight tonight. Top rank. Yeah. I forgot who fighting though. But hey, we on the Roller Tape podcast tonight. Yup. Somebody in the background trying to come on. Who that? Yeah, y'all know what time it is. CEO Sense, what's up? They know what time it is. Israel Bound, that's you? Oh, I know who that is. That's Israel Bound right there. Hold on, Israel. Let me see. You want to come on? We're gonna start the show off right. Hold on, let me see something real quick.
No problem.
Israel Bound, what's going on, brother? You there?
What's good with you, Marty?
Oh, I'm good, man. How you?
Man, I'm doing pretty good, man. Trying to heal up from this eye surgery, man.
Oh man, you had
Yeah.
eye surgery?
Yeah, yep. But I had came in, you had ran a show, a open panel, shortly after you had Victor on. Um and you was asking where the Bud fans was to come on and talk to you about it, because you know what I'm saying, of the things that you felt like you pushed and uncovered, you know what I'm saying. So
You,
I came on, but I didn't get a chance to come on the panel. But I wanted to say that I didn't really get a chance to listen to the full interview that you did with him, the first one.
yeah.
But when I was listening, the portion of it that I caught, and I think it was when you was asking him about the testing of the fighters as it pertains to 24/7 testing, right? And
Okay.
just the answers that he was giving, I'm like, yeah, this dude shook. Like, what is he? You know what I'm saying? These are answers that he should be able to answer forthright. So I just wanted to throw that out there. You know what I'm saying? I think Victor still got a little shakiness to him. You know what I'm saying? And he's not, and even if he's not fully into nothing illegal, he's making himself looking bad by trying to uh, maybe not necessarily lying, but not telling the whole thing. I think is what I came up with it. So not to go back on that, but I just wanted to throw that out there because you did call for Crawford fans, and I wanted to get that out there.
Oh man, I appreciate you coming up, and I actually appreciate you listening to the interviews because we did 2 interviews with Victor Conte in a
Right.
matter of 6 days. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it was a grand total of 5 hours. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
5 hours. So salute to everybody in the chat. JStar72, member of the channel. Definitely a supervisor of the Road to Take film crew. What's up, JStar? Yeah, man. I
Oh,
mean,
I know what it was, Marty. I know what it was that threw me off about him. He said when you was asking him about, you know what I'm saying, the people who got tested, and and he was saying deferring you to, I have to wait till that lady called me back, or I still hadn't heard from somebody, right?
yes.
I'm
Margaret,
thinking
Dr.
yeah,
Margaret Goodman, who was
yeah,
here yesterday.
I had to admit to myself, like, you know what I'm saying, that's something that he should have on deck. You know what I mean? Like, you shouldn't even have to call nobody for that. That should be easy access. You know what I'm saying? We can prove that right away here. You know what I'm saying? So after that, I just kind of was like, okay, maybe people shouldn't be so readily uh uh eager to to tie themselves with this cat for real. But
Yeah.
yeah, I actually wanted to call in and ask you, as it pertains to your topic, how do you feel about the transpiring of uh Tszyu possibly fighting Earl Spence above Terrence Crawford?
Well, this is my thing, and I want to get to the Tszyu breakdown of him fighting Fundora as well. This is my thing. He haven't even fought Fundora yet.
Right.
So I don't want to give no what if hypothetical Spence because he haven't even fought Fundora yet. We don't know if he's
Fair
going to
enough.
beat
Fair,
Fundora tomorrow.
fair enough.
So I
Fair enough.
figure if after the fight, you know what I mean, I'll be able to answer, whether or not who I think he should fight next, as
Well,
far
go ahead. Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
as Spence or Crawford. I mean, whoever. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, see, I think just the fact that, well, I guess I'm just basing it, and I think that's a fair assessment. I don't have any disagreement with that. But just the fact that his trainer said that that's the route they would rather take as opposed to Terrence Crawford, to me, that's suspect just coming from a fan's perspective. I mean, we are, after all, that's all we can do is view this as a fan's, from a fan's point of view. And to just, you know what I'm saying, to hear that, this early in this, before, like you said, before the fight is even, you would think that if you would take that discretion, you know what I'm saying, his managers and trainers would definitely have that discretion. But, I mean, that's to each his own. But, you know what I'm saying, it just seems oddly out of place to already be making way for, yeah, we'll take Earl Spence before Terrence Crawford in the minds of what, they put out there.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, these guys, even the fighters, these guys don't understand the business, most of them.
Right,
So when you ask them questions like that, they don't know how to really answer it. They just telling you what they think, what their
right,
assessment is. But
right.
in the business, it's all about, what the fight is worth on the open market. Because a fighter might want to fight a particular opponent, but if it doesn't make business sense, then it's not going to happen. It's just a wish that a fighter might have.
Right.
And in my opinion, if I was managing Tszyu, I'd tell him as my client, we're not answering any questions in the press or on social media about no other fighter. We're focused on the task at hand come this
Right.
Saturday night because there's no
Mhm.
guarantee that he's going to beat Fundora. You know what I mean? So I mean that's just my assessment. But
Right.
but I want to say this to you before we even get further than that.
Mhm.
You are a Terrence Crawford fan, and I appreciate the fact that you came up here tonight and even gave your assessment of the Victor Conte situation because you didn't get an opportunity to do it. I guess at the time that he was up here, or I guess after he left or whatever.
Well, it
So,
was a show that you did. It was a show that you did after both interviews,
oh
and pointing out the discrepancies in what he was telling and what he wasn't telling, and then you gave a call for where Terrence Crawford's fans at, where y'all at, because
yeah,
y'all was on my top, y'all was, you know what I'm saying. So,
yeah,
so I was there, but I couldn't, I couldn't get in.
yeah. Well, now that you are here, I'm gonna tell you why I was asking for Terrence Crawford fans.
Mm,
Of course it had something to do with the things that Victor Conte was saying.
right.
However, most importantly, it was because, and you remember this months ago, when there were a lot of Terrence Crawford fans, and I think you were one of them. I'm not sure because I rolled the tape back when you was here, but I kept trying to convince you all, Terrence Crawford fans, that Terrence Crawford was a part of the SNAC program, number one, and number two, it wasn't an endorsement deal. You remember that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I definitely remember that. But I definitely was one that knew that Terrence Crawford was a part of the snack program. Like
Okay.
that's, I mean, he said that himself. And
Yeah.
also that when it came to the endorsements, I remember posing that question and stating for the record that I'm not sure if it has something to do with endorsements. But of course, I would think that from a business perspective, that would be involved. But I didn't know that to be true or false.
Right. So before Terrence Crawford admitted it in an interview, before he admitted it, when I say admitted, I'm referring to when he was asked about the snack program. I don't even know who asked him that question. I don't even know the person's name or the channel or nothing, but I know he was asked about the competitive edge that snack gives the snack fighters, and he actually said that it doesn't. And then he said, "I use certain things, with snack that other fighters don't use."
Or
Before,
he actually said I may use things that they may not use. That's kind of different.
I heard what he said. I know what he said. I can roll the tape right now of what he said.
Are you saying that that
I'm
is it
telling you,
because what you said is not what he said?
no, what I said is exactly what he said.
I don't.
He,
I could be wrong, but I think that to be false
that's okay. He
because he
said,
said
I
because what
use
I believe
certain things with Snack
that
that other fighters don't use. That was his exact quote, actually. But that's okay
okay.
because I want
Neither
to
here
make
nor
hold
there.
up. That's
Neither here nor
okay.
there.
That's okay because what I was trying to do was lay a foundation of my point of why I was asking Crawford fans to come up. And
Uh-huh.
basically what it was is majority of Crawford fans did not want to admit that he was a part of the snack program. I've been
Oh,
saying it over and over. And then it got to a point where I had to basically pull up Terrence Crawford himself admitted that he was when Joe Rogan asked him, "Are you a part of that snack thing?"
that
And
was
Terrence
Joe
Crawford
Rogan.
said, "Yes."
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. Hey, I definitely remember that. But nobody had to convince me because he's wearing their. I mean, he's got it on his shorts. He's, you know what I'm saying? He's promoting it. So
Well,
I assumed that he was using it.
I
I just
see.
was not one that thought that it was something that gave anybody any more of a competitive edge than it does the next fighter.
Oh, okay. But so and this is where you and I went back and forth months ago because you kept saying that it didn't do nothing for him. Even though we know, if you look on your screen, you know I'm gonna pull this up since you brought this up. We
Okay.
know that the advertisement was Snack, and there's a picture of Terrence Crawford right there, and it tells you that Snack offers products that improve your level of fitness, help lose fat, build muscle, and enhance performance. And it's really the last two words that I realized that Terrence Crawford fans have an issue with admitting is that it enhances performance, not just the products, but the program itself. And so I
Ah,
think that's the issue that
but
most
guess what? Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Finish. I'm sorry.
no, it's okay. I'm used to it on YouTube. But the thing
Well,
is, you know that as a Terrence Crawford fan, hopefully you can finally admit that Terrence Crawford's performance was enhanced in his last three fights.
I'll answer that question. But
Well,
if you
answer it
choose,
then. You
hold on,
said
if
your
you so
answer. Answer it.
oh, got you. If you so choose to though to go back and roll your tape, you'll see that I actually said that if you remember, you may remember this. I told you that I used to be a hardcore workout uh, person. That's what I did for many years. And I use products such as per verbatim Carbo Surge, which is a supplement that enhances your performance in a manner of uh what's the word I'm looking for? Uh uh
You sound like
endurance.
blue blood, bruh.
Endurance. It enhances endurance. It enhances endurance and giving you the ability to carry on further in workouts deeper than you would if you was not on that supplement. So if you mean enhancing in that manner, yes, I totally agree. But that's available to any other fighter to
I got you.
use for his own availability. So I don't know what the point is in making that argument.
I know. Well, we know that certain pre-workout products work. That's great. But we're talking about the program. I want to play something for you real quick because
Okay.
I want your assessment of this because I know you said you didn't get a chance to come up, in that segment after Victor Conte left the two interviews. But I've been doing countless, endless videos that I published breaking down some of the things that Victor Conte said in those interviews. Instead of giving a person a whole extra large pizza to eat, I was giving the people slices and slices
Right.
and slices. You know what I mean? I want to play something for you. This is an excerpt that I took out of the interview that I did with Victor Conte, and then I made it into a live. Detailed Boxing was hearing me. This was about a month ago. I would like your assessment on this. If you can mute your phone, I'm going to play some things that Victor Conte said. I'd love to hear your assessment of this. This is one of my favorite videos to replay as well. Don't take my word for it. Roll the tape. Salute to him, Gregory Quarterbaum. Greg says, greeting, manager Marty. The roll the tape film crew or family? And Mr. Conte. Mr. Conte, did you contact Bud Crawford or did Bud Crawford contact you? And when did you actually start working with him? And what was it he needed to improve? So let's break this down in increments. Did you contact Bud or did Bud Crawford contact you?
Okay, as I said earlier, you have these companies out there that for every single fight, I don't know who contracts them, but they go around when they find sponsors and they say, would you like to sponsor this guy? Would you like to sponsor this guy? Would you like to sponsor this guy? Here's how much it's going to cost. I don't know who it was, but somebody that was representing Terrence contacted my office, okay, and wanted some ridiculous amount of money, $50,000 or something crazy for endorsement. I said no.
Israel Bound, did you hear that? Testing 1 2 1 2 1 2. Is my mic on? Testing my lavalier. Yo, turn me up. Turn me up.
My mic is off. Yeah, I heard you.
No, is my mic on? Hello. Can you hear me, bro?
Yes, sir.
Should take on that, bro.
I mean, what are we getting at? Because what I'm saying
is, your take. Hold up.
my take is okay. So yeah, so
assessment of what you heard.
Okay, so once again, as I said, I already assumed that he was was at least taking the program, taking the SNAC program because he was wearing the logos, and that so taking it was never something that I was in denial about. And then as far as endorsements was concerned, I was the one who said that he may be getting an endorsement for it because that would make sense, but I can't verify or deny that. So I didn't know. But as far as what I heard from so clearly he said that Terrence Crawford's people got in contact with him, gave an offer for $50,000 for endorsements, which he refused. So in conclusion, Terrence Crawford is not receiving any endorsements from the SNAC program, from what I gather at this point.
Good. Very good assessment. Mute your phone. I want to play some more for you if you don't mind.
I'm about to mute it right now.
Oh, yes.
Thereafter, at some point, Terrence called, and I talked with Terrence.
What did he say, Vic?
Aside from this guy.
What did he say?
And then Terrence, on his own, he basically said, this is Terrence, and you don't have to sell me on anything. I already know what you do. I've been following you, and I'd like to work with you, blah, blah, blah.
What the? You heard that, Israel? Testing 1. Omaha. Hello. Testing 1 2 1 2. Omaha. Oh.
What's up?
Hello. Can you hear me, bro?
I hear you.
Oh, did you hear that?
It was kind of disturbed. I mean, I was kind of muffled. I mean, in the background. Who was that speaking?
That was Victor Conte.
Okay, that was him again. So
you couldn't hear what I can replay it if you want.
Tell me in a nutshell what he said.
I can replay. Oh, I'd rather you hear it from him.
Okay,
I can replay it if you want.
I'm listening intently.
Huh?
I'm listening intently. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna play it again. Hold on.
Let me mute my mic.
Thereafter, at some point, Terrence called, and I talked with Terrence.
What did he say, Vic?
Aside from this guy.
What did he say?
And then Terrence, on his own, he basically said, this is Terrence, and you don't have to sell me on anything. I already know what you do. I've been following you, and I'd like to work with you, blah, blah, blah.
What? Israel, could you hear that?
I did.
What's your take on that, bro?
I mean, he said he wanted to work with him. What I mean, like, so what are we gathering from that though? Like, what is this leading to? Because at this point, I don't see anything wrong that Terrence Crawford is doing.
I'm just asking you a question of what you heard, brother.
I heard him say. I thought I said that he told Victor Conte that he would like to work to him and that he didn't really need to be convinced about it because he's followed him and has done his due diligence of research.
He knows his history. That's what he said.
Okay, that's his due diligence of research.
All right, let me ask you a question on that. What is Victor Conte's history, if you don't mind me asking you?
As I recall, he is been in the doping, in the doping involved with that, anti-doping and doping at this point, throughout his history, went to prison for
anti-doping?
Well, anti-doping now, because that's what he says his mission is. But that as he was administering things, oh God, let me get my phone. Let me stop it from ringing. Something. But well, that's what I'm saying. Anti-doping, meaning the propagation of rules and regulations geared towards stopping the use of steroid use.
Propagation. I'm sorry, I dropped out of college. What is propagation? That's a very big word.
So on a mission to make the world of usage of steroids less accessible to professional athletes.
Oh, Victor Conte's done that?
That's what he does now, according to him.
Oh, I've never even seen any evidence of what does he do as an anti-doping? What does he do?
I mean, isn't that what these VADAs and VADA testings are for?
Well, not VADA. I'm talking about Victor.
Well, I'm saying no, but he works with these people, right?
Well, I'm just saying Victor. Well, Terrence Crawford.
But these are the people these are the organizations that he worked with, right? Currently.
Well, to our understanding, he's not affiliated with the organization of VADA.
Okay, or an organization of the like.
No, he's not to our understanding, he's not an affiliate or a board member or an employee or anything representing an anti-doping agency, to our understanding.
Okay, so let me ask you a question real quick.
Yes.
So do you recall him in one of your interviews with him telling you that he worked extensively and done extensive work in trying to stop the usage of steroids in professional sports?
Yeah, I heard him. But
isn't that one of his claims?
I heard him. But Israel, everybody knows this at this point. Everybody knows I wear corrective lenses. I can hear better than I can see. So I heard him. I just didn't see him do it. Now, when Terrence Crawford said that
I said, okay, I'm with you now.
You're right. So when Terrence Crawford said to Victor, you don't have to sell me on anything. Right. I know your history. I'm just trying to figure out from you, what is Victor Conte's actual history, though? You see what I'm saying?
His history, his history would include, but you have to keep it in context. His history would include everything from where he started his research, which would have took him to, all of the stuff through Barry Bonds and prison and all of these different athletes and all of these things up until that point. History is everything before that point. So if the history includes that now he's changed around his system and trying to gear towards something in the other direction, then that's still legitimate.
Well, how can we say that, Israel, when even after he came home from prison, and I'm talking years and years later, athletes have tested positive on his program, even 3 years before Terrence Crawford even went over there?
Is there a possibility that people could could test positive under his program and it be in his unawares? Would that
That's
be possible? I'm
that's
asking a logical question though.
that's impossible.
That's
If you
impossible.
oh yeah, if you understood how Victor Conte rolls, that's impossible.
But this is what I'm saying, and that would mean that Victor Conte would have to oversee every single injection of every single athlete and under
He
his program.
does. He does.
No, I don't. I can't believe that. Then what's the point of him having a company with businesses and employees?
If Terrence Crawford was not
Owners
your
of
favorite
businesses,
fighter,
listen, owners of businesses with employees don't perform the work in said organization.
Israel, if Terrence
Yeah.
Crawford was not your favorite fighter, I think that you would be saying some things different. But you know what? Hold on. I want to finish playing what he said, and then I
Okay.
want to see what your assessment is. Hold on. Mute your phone again, brother. I'm going to play something
Okay.
else.
Okay.
And so we had a brief talk. Then he called Demetrius Andrade. He didn't tell me he was going to do that. And Demetrius said, trust me, you want to be with this guy. He will help you in many, many ways. Whatever Demetrius said, he vouched for me. And then Terrence called back and said, I'm in. I want to be with you. And so,
You heard that, Israel? Mic check, mic check. Omaha, come in. Mic check, mic. Hello,
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, I heard him, but
okay,
I'm saying though, but that still doesn't sway me in either direction. And you said that if you thought that because if Terrence Crawford wasn't my favorite fighter, which is actually true, then you think I would be saying something different. No, but because I have been prosecuted, I understand that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not willing to accuse somebody of something that I can't prove that they
Well, we're
did or
not talking
facts don't
about
show that they
accusations.
did.
Hold on, let's be clear. We're not
Okay,
talking about any accusations. All I
right.
did was play words that Victor Conte said. The last
Okay,
words were that Terrence Crawford, unbeknownst to him originally, called Demetrius Andrade. And Demetrius Andrade, according to Victor, Demetrius Andrade told Terrence Crawford, he will help you in many ways. That's what he told Bud Crawford. And then
okay,
Bud Crawford, this is all with Victor saying,
okay,
Terrence Crawford called Victor Conte back and says, I want in. I
okay.
want in. So I'm asking you, what is it's not about swaying you anyway. You're a
Right, no, I
Crawford
got you.
fan.
Mm-hmm.
You're a Crawford fan. You
Right,
came up bringing the topic up. So I'm just
right.
asking you a question about it.
I
You
ain't running
understand?
from none of it.
Huh?
I'm not running from any of it.
No, I didn't say you was running. I'm just saying I'm not here to sway you. You brought
No,
up.
you good.
Oh. Yeah, so I'm just trying to understand what is your take on the dialogue that Victor Conte said he had with Terrence Crawford?
Well, and from what I gather, if a person is seeking out a program for the benefit of his trade, then you hear from somebody else that, hey, yeah, he helped me out in this way or in the third. All right, cool. I trust this dude's word. He's somebody's word I trust. Plus, I already done my investigation about what I know about it. Then, okay, cool. I'm in. What's wrong with that?
I was just asking you a question. Mute your
Well,
phone
I'm
again. I want
saying
you to hear the last part. I think you will
okay,
like this part. Yeah.
okay,
so the first step, as we've always talked about, is let's get your blood testing. Because if all I am is
Let's get your blood tested. Don't sound like no sponsorship to me.
okay. Let's get the blood testing.
Wasn't Floyd Mayweather? Oh, I'm gonna play it for you. It's not over. Hold on 1 second. So basically, he says in order for them to have a working relationship, him meaning Victor and Terrence Crawford and Victor and anybody else, you got to give the blood up. You got to give. That's the first thing they did. Remember, you probably didn't hear that. I'll rewind it. He said that him and Terrence had a brief conversation. That's what he said. He said they had a brief conversation. And then all of a sudden, after Crawford says, I want in, he had to get that blood work up. He had to get that blood up.
I mean, wouldn't that be procedure though?
From who?
I mean, what's the point of bringing up that he had to give the blood up?
You asked me a procedure.
No, you said he had to give that blood up. What does that mean?
Victor Conte requested this man's blood.
Okay, and what does that mean?
That after a brief conversation, Terrence Crawford just willy-nilly just gave him his blood.
But you leaving out the part where he said that he done his research before that, though.
I know, but he tested his blood and he interpreted his blood. And then he gave special recommendations. Victor Conte did this.
Okay.
You cool with that?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, no problem.
But does he do that for every single fighter?
You cool, brother? You're cool with it. It's okay.
Okay. All right.
Now I got a question for you because I don't want to hold up the audience with this.
All right, cool. Yeah.
You ever had plumbing issues in your bathroom ever in life?
Absolutely.
All right. What was the recourse for you to get your pipes and toilet fixed?
I mean, you call a plumber.
Huh?
You call a plumber.
Why would you call a plumber? Why don't you just call an electrician? Or me, a boxing manager? Why would you call a plumber? That don't make no sense to me.
Because that's what a plumber does.
Huh?
Because that's what a plumber does, and I wouldn't hire a barber to, do my taxes. I mean,
So I want to ask you a question on that. You sound like you're a very intelligent guy, Israel, and that's why I like you coming up here. So how come logic, the same logic and principle, very basic logic too, that you just said about a barber, you wouldn't hire a barber to do your taxes. You wouldn't hire a boxing manager or an electrician to be a plumber in your house, right?
Correct.
How come that basic logic can't be applied when we're dealing with Victor Conte and Terrence Crawford?
Ooh,
hello? Can you hear me? Omaha. Hello.
Oh, that was a liver shot. It was a liver shot, wasn't it?
No, I'm just asking you a question. That's just a question. Can you hear me?
Yeah, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna give you an answer. You there? Marty?
I'm still here. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. So all that makes sense, but once again, you ran yourself into your own trap, right? Because before you got into that spiel, I asked you, does not Victor employee hire people? He has employees. So therefore, right, in that field, he has trained people. Period. Nobody has to tell me this. College was what I went to school for business administration. So I understand how businesses work. And understanding all of that, I also own an HVAC company in where there's only certain things in this HVAC world that I can do. Nobody can do them. Like somebody I taught can only do them if I teach them to them. But I have taught people and walked off and performed other jobs because they understand the procedure. So I get what you're saying, but you would have to make you. So lastly, I understand what you're saying and I agree, but you would have to then show me that Victor Conte has no employees and he performs every single test of every single athlete that he does deal with, and that would validate what you're saying.
I respect the fact that you're accomplished. That's awesome. But you did not answer my question. I asked you a very simple question. How come basic logic can't be applied when we're dealing with your favorite fighter, Terrence Crawford and Victor Conte? And let me give you an example. You wouldn't hire a barber to do your taxes. Your words, not mine. You wouldn't hire a boxing manager or an
But we
electrician
already agreed on those things.
to provide plumbing. Hold on. To provide plumbing services for the leak in your bathroom. You said that. So the basic logic can't be applied in this situation. And I want to, that's the heart of the matter that I want to deal with, because regardless of whether Victor Conte has employees, that's not the point. Victor Conte is not qualified, and you know it, I know it, everybody that's watching live and living color knows, Victor Conte is not medically qualified to do anything with nobody's blood, interpret it, give you a special recommendation after evaluating your blood test results, and you know that, correct?
Yeah. So yeah. No. Is that
It's just a
correct?
yes or no. You know that he's not medically qualified, right?
Then how is he administering? How does he administer these programs to athletes?
Can you answer my question first? You know he's not medically qualified, correct? The heck is
Victor
wrong with his
Conte, Victor.
Testing 1, 2.
I'm trying to figure out what you're asking.
It's just a yes or no, bro.
It's not a yes or a no, because does he have a company that does these things?
Is Victor Conte medically qualified to interpret
I don't know,
test results?
But Marty, I don't know. I don't know if he's professional, if he's qualified to do that. That's out of my knowledge, realm.
You know good and well that Victor Conte is not medically qualified. He is not a physician. He is not a medical doctor. He is not a nurse practitioner. Excuse me. Hold on for a second.
You don't have to be any of those things.
Hold on.
You can be a phlebotomist.
Hold on for a minute. Phlebotomists do not interpret and read blood test results and give special recommendations based on those results.
A phlebotomist that has the knowledge of that business.
Great. But we know that Victor Conte is not a phlebotomist, just like we know he's not medically inclined. So my question becomes,
go ahead.
That you said Terrence Crawford has done his research and he knows Conte's history. So if he knows Conte's history, even he knows himself that Victor Conte is not medically qualified to perform these tasks, but yet he gave this man his blood.
Okay, well let's rock with that. Are you saying
that's what happened? That's what happened.
All right, let's rock. Okay, fine. Okay, so my counter to that would be that if he collected the blood, first of all, did he say that he personally collected the blood, or did he say, let's get the blood work?
All this because you don't want to deal with the facts at hand, bro.
No, I'm trying to. You asking loaded questions.
No, I'm not. Basic logic says
no.
You should not hire a barber to do your taxes. That's basic logic. Your words, not mine. But now all of a sudden, you should let a guy who was known history-wise as a steroid and performance enhancement drug dealer to take your blood, store your blood, interpret your blood, and then give you medical advice on the basis of the test results from your blood. Why don't basic logic apply to that scenario, sir?
I'm not because if
you're not under what? You just told me that you don't went to college. You got this business. You got this. You smart enough to see what's going on.
I'm smart enough to understand a loaded question when I see one.
That was not loaded. It was very simple.
Let me finish, Marty.
All right, go ahead.
What I'm saying is that for you to say that and make that as a point, I'm saying that if this is what you saying that Victor Conte, Terrence Crawford's blood is the only blood he's ever requested from an athlete?
I'm not talking about no other athlete. You are Terrence Crawford
my
fan.
I'm
talking about your guy.
If it's under, what I'm saying that if it's per procedure. If it's procedure to collect blood from an athlete,
I asked him, was that common practice of his program? And he told me yes.
Okay, so why you? Okay, so if you knew that, and I've been asking you this all this time, you just been withholding that information
What
because I
difference
didn't
does
know
it
that that's
make?
what Victor Conte said.
What?
I didn't know that you asked him that. How would I know that?
It wasn't about whether you knew it. It was about
It,
Terrence Crawford doing his
it is
homework.
now, though.
And
It is
no,
now.
it was hold up. It was about
Okay.
Terrence Crawford doing his homework, and he said he knows his history. See what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Right. But you said that when you asked him this, it was according to procedure. He said yes.
Everybody knows that already.
So if it's according to procedure, then what's the issue?
It defies basic logic, sir. You wouldn't have a barber do your taxes.
Man, okay, so you saying Victor Conte's company is
All
not
right, well, you
qualified
send
to
him
do
your
what he's
blood.
doing?
Hold up. You send him your blood then.
I mean,
No,
this is
don't
what
laugh.
athletes do.
Send your
This is
blood work to SNAC right now. Send it over there.
for what? I'm sure he had a purpose for sending the blood, though.
I didn't ask you. Oh, we know what the purpose is. I'm
Oh,
asking
okay,
you.
so what was the
You
purpose of him
send. No,
taking
hold on,
blood?
hold on. You
Okay.
send your blood. You ain't even comfortable sending your blood over there.
Okay, well, maybe this will clear it up for me, Marty. Can you tell me what the implications are? Maybe I'm
There is
missing
no
something.
implication. You send
What do you
your blood
mean?
over to Victor Conti.
No,
You ain't
see,
even comfortable with that.
now you acting like that. Do you see what I'm saying?
No,
I'm
Israel,
asking you. Go
Israel,
ahead. Go ahead, sir.
Israel. You're
Yes,
only
sir.
asking me that based on a statement that I made. All I'm saying is the man said he knows his history. So if he knows his history, then he knows that he's not medically qualified to do half the stuff that he's doing. And Terrence Crawford was still cool with it, just like you. So I'm asking you, Israel, won't you send your blood work over to Victor Conti and say that you want him to interpret your blood work so he can
So,
see
so, so, so you
how he can
telling me
help
that?
you out too?
So are you telling me that it's out of the realms of possibility
No,
that
it's not out of the room. You send your
no,
blood over there.
let me ask you a question. Don't get
I just want to
emotional.
know, are you going to send your blood over there, bro?
Don't get emotional, Marty.
Oh, you know
Listen,
I'm not. You know
yeah,
I'm in
that's what.
character. You know I'm one of the less. You know I'm
Okay,
one of the
well,
least
all right,
emotional men on YouTube. Don't
all
do
right,
that. We in
okay,
character.
all
You
right,
know I mean.
all right,
Yeah,
well,
look,
all right.
look. I
Well,
got a
let's keep.
character behind me. Yeah,
Listen, I'm
manager
telling
Marty,
you.
your character. But
Okay,
before you go, hold on. Before you go, are you
go ahead.
comfortable sending your blood to Victor Conti?
I don't have a reason for it.
Yes, you do. He can
For
tell
what?
you all these special recommendations on how you can improve your health.
Oh, okay. So are you saying
No, I
that
just
there's
want to know
nobody?
yes or no,
Oh my
bro. Are
God!
you
You see what I'm
comfortable?
saying? I'm
You're
trying to
not
read.
answering the questions.
I'm trying to get a better understanding, brother.
Okay. This is very simple. Let's keep it. Let's keep it
How am I
simple.
wrong for that?
No, you're not wrong. I want to keep it simple for you. You're right. Let's keep it simple. I don't want no misunderstanding. Will you be comfortable with allowing Victor Conti to interpret your blood to improve your medical health? Yes or no?
No,
Why not?
because that's what doctors are for.
Thank you. Appreciate you, bruh. My man. Had to let him go. That's all we wanted to say. That's what doctors are. And we know Victor Conti's not a doctor. So this guy, Israel, just proved my point. You see, double salute to Tszyu boxing. I didn't want to bring this up, but the guy came up here. He brought Victor Conti's name up. I didn't. He brought up Terrence Crawford's name. I didn't. You see, this whole segment didn't have anything to do with Terrence Crawford, They keep bringing their names up to me. Double salute. Oh, family is here. Diana, sweetheart, it's always a pleasure to see you. Haven't seen you in a long time. I hope you all are being entertained. All I'm saying is these guys bring his name up. I didn't bring the man's name up. That's all I'm saying. You see what I'm saying? So I had to let the guy go. Stay open. I don't know who you are. I know you probably trolling. Show your face, stay open. I'll let you on the program. Stay open. You in the background. I'll let you on the program. Turn your camera on, sir, or ma'am. Can you turn your camera on? Turn your camera on. I'll let you on the show, and we can talk. Stay open. Stay open. Are you there? Stay open. Are you there? Stay open. Are you there? You want to turn your camera on? You want to come on, or you want to fall back? No, I'm not accepting no backdoor private chats. Okay, turn your camera on. That's all you gotta do. We're gonna rock out. I'll let you on. Turn your camera on. We ain't gotta do no private chat. You on the background. I'm gonna let you on and let you rock out, brother or sister. You know what I mean? Let's go. We talking boxing. You know what I'm talking about? You want to turn your camera on or what? You don't? All right. Well, we about to get on to the recap oh, he turned his camera on. Let me see where you at. Where you at? All right, come on. I'm gonna let you rock out.
Got you. Just give me a second.
All right, there you go. What's up? Stay open-minded. What's going on with you?
Yo, can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. What's going on, bro?
Chilling, man. Chilling.
What's good with you?
No, I'm just trying to get on it because I be seeing you talk a lot of stuff. And I just be trying to get clear understanding of what the stuff is you be talking about.
All right, well, name a few things I be talking about. You want clear? I'll give you some understanding today. What's up?
Oh, man. Like the Victor Conte stuff, and just because someone is associated with SNAC, you automatically associate them with some type of illegal performance enhancement. And then yesterday with the VADA stuff, with the interview with the VADA lady, it was a couple of things.
Did you hear the whole interview with Dr. Margaret Goodman from VADA?
Yeah, I went back and watched it. She didn't know how to. Well, first of all, she's the founder and CEO of VADA. Yeah. So she didn't know. It was a couple of points that you were trying to make was that she didn't know how to take donations. She didn't know that there actually is a link on the website that you can donate to, which I tried. There is if you pull up, you can pull it up right now. Pull up the website on your screen and I'll show you how to get to it.
You did that today?
Did it yesterday while you were doing it. I even tried to comment yesterday that there actually is a link that you can donate on the website.
Oh,
so pull up the website and I'll show you how to get to it. I'll direct you on how to get to it live.
Direct me.
Okay, pull up the website. Pull up the website.
I'm gonna do it right now.
Okay, pull up the website and put it side by side. So all of us can see it.
Because I got something for you after this, all right? So
okay, just pull up.
All right, I'm in the menu. I'm in the menu right now. Pull up
the website so I can see. Just put the website on so everyone can see how to get to it, though.
Oh, okay. Hold on, bro. I got this. Take my word for it, brother. I'm not gonna lie to you. I got it up right here.
No, you good, man. I'm just saying.
What do I click on?
Put it side by side so I can see, so I can direct you on exactly how to get to it. That's what I'm saying. Just put it so I can see the screen that you're looking at.
Bro, I'm on the home screen.
Okay, so roll the tape so I can see the screen.
I will roll the tape. You know that's what I do.
No, just roll the tape so I can see the screen that you're looking at. Is what I'm saying.
Okay, I'm gonna give it to you like this. It says home, about VADA, bios, fighters, affiliates.
But I'm saying share the screen because you can share the screen. Okay, let me see. I'll share the screen on my computer then if I can do that.
Because see, what I'm saying is, I thought that you already had this information already.
I do. That's what I'm saying. Share your screen so I can show you how to get to it, so I can direct you how to get to it. I want the screen visible. I want you to put the screen visible. Make the screen visible.
Okay,
make the screen visible.
I know. Stay open-minded. Hear me out for a second.
Okay,
when someone comes up here and they want to show me something or they want to prove me right.
I want to show everybody something though.
Right. Or prove me wrong. Right.
Okay.
So what I always ask is when you come up, I think it's fair to say be prepared and just have the information. I'll pull it up.
I have the information, but I want you to pull the screen up.
Your screen. So, I'm gonna do it on my end. Pull it up on your screen.
Okay, how do I do it? Let me see. How do I share my screen? Let me get to this on my computer first. I'm on my phone, but let me pull it up. Let me pull it up on my computer. Let me get to YouTube on my computer so I can share my screen on the computer. Let's see. Because I'm on my phone right now, but what we would do is I will go to it on my computer. I will pull this panel up, and I will.
He's definitely getting lucky.
Get to it on my computer. I had a bunch of other stuff on the computer. Okay, so let's see. How do I get to? Get to my computer. Okay, gotcha. There you go, right there. See how to connect to.
While you're doing that, which I thought you would have,
I'm on my phone. That's why I was trying to get you to pull it up because it's easier for you to pull it up,
yeah.
and I can
Well,
direct you how to get to it in front of everybody. I
what I'm-
wasn't on my computer, but I could
know.
get to it on my computer. That's
I
fine.
got you. I got you. But what I'm doing now is I'm clicking on every link. So I see home, about VADA. Hold on, you might have to mute your phone. Home, about VADA,
Everybody.
bios, fighters, affiliates. I clicked on all of those links. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Oh, hold on. Say that again.
So I just entered the studio on my computer.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, there we go. So now I need to go to present. No, you can hear me, right? You can hear me?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Where's the echo coming from? Okay. So now I have it open on my computer. So now I can share the screen. So let's see. Okay, so share screen. Let me get that open. So present, share screen. Don't show these tips again.
Yeah, I figured you already had this done before
I
you
do.
came
Like I
up.
said, I was on my phone. That's why I was trying to get you to just go to it on your computer. But it's fine. I have it right here.
Okay, great.
Let's see. Is my screen showing? Is my screen showing now?
Just your face. Your screen is not showing actually. What
Is my screen showing is what I'm asking. Is it showing now?
Quick question real quick. I see home, about VADA, bios, fighters, affiliates, media news, forums, policies, contacts, and video. Which because I clicked all of them just now and I didn't see it. Which one is it? Which
Is it showing now?
Your computer is not showing, but that's okay. I think the audience, they listen, I have one of the smartest audience on YouTube. They know how to follow very well. Just tell us the link.
If you can
click it
share
on my
your
phone.
screen for me, I can direct you how to get to it.
But what I'm saying is you came, stay open-minded. I like the name. Let's stay open-minded, right? So you came up here and you're ordering me to do all this work. That ain't my job, player.
Okay.
All I'm saying is you know what I mean? You could have had all this
how
together.
to get to it. Are you going to show everybody? Are you going to show everybody once I direct you how to get to it?
Of course. Okay. Absolutely.
So on the website, if you go to the website, you're on VADA, right?
Yes.
Okay. And what kind of computer you have a wait. I think that's what it is. All right, there you go.
While you finding that, let me shout out.
Right there. So go ahead.
Hold on. Let me.
Yeah.
Give me one second. Double salute to my guy, Andre Noble. Thank you for your support and contribution to the channel. Andre, thank you. Andre Noble says, for all your hard work, Marty. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you very much, Andre. You know, he's a supporter, member of the channel, and supervisor of the Roll the Tape film crew. My guy. All right, so hold on, let me see if I can add you.
Damn, I got it. Okay, there you go. Is that me or
All
you?
right. No, I just put your screen. This is your screen,
okay,
right?
There we go. Good.
Yeah,
so now everybody can see my screen. Okay, cool.
Yeah. No doubt.
So right here, we're on the website, right?
All right, hold on one second. Let me get this comment off so we all can see. Okay. Go ahead. I got you. I'm with you. We see you.
All right, so I'm scrolling up. Is that me? That's me scrolling up, right? Or is that you?
That's all you, brother. I'm not touching nothing.
So if you scroll down, this is the VADA website, so everyone can see. This is the VADA website.
Yeah.
All right. So depending on what type of computer you're looking at, it's gonna look different. I'm on a MacBook. So on my MacBook, I don't have my links, how you say my link, basically right here. If you go right here, where you literally cropped the screen out yesterday. So it was neat that on your picture yesterday when you were showing the website, you literally cropped out just that 50C message to cut right at the 50C where you couldn't see what's right above the 50C. When you showed your roll the tape yesterday, you had it cropped in such a very, very, very good way where you couldn't see what's right directly above that message 50C. But if you go to that message where you had it cropped out and you click on this, it'll take you to the PayPal, which Miss Martha said yesterday, where you can donate to VADA. But the way that you had it cropped out yesterday, you had it cropped out so good where you couldn't see that part.
Great. Now let me clarify some things to you.
Okay.
Let me clarify a few things to you.
Yes, go.
I'm gonna clarify with you. Hold on, let me do this. We appreciate you showing that on the screen. Now let's get to it.
No problem.
Hold on 1 second. Let me let's get the layout. Let's get the layout. Now.
Okay.
Now, let's get the layout together. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you, man.
You used the term that I perfectly cropped out something.
Yeah.
So perfectly. Let me explain something to you. That was not intentional at all. I just want to clarify for the audience.
Yeah. Okay.
What I cropped out, and I'm going to show it to you. What I was cropping out was when you click on the word forms on VADA, this is what comes up because I wanted the audience to see all of the forms that you can actually see on the website after you click on forms. So I didn't try to perfectly, hold on for a second. I wasn't trying to perfectly omit or leave something out, okay? I also want to say this. I asked Margaret Goodman, live and live in color.
Yes.
Just yesterday. I asked her.
I heard you.
I said, how can we donate to the cause of fulfilling the mission of anti-doping in boxing? And what was her answer? Hold up. That's not what she said.
Okay,
I'm gonna tell you, hold on for a second. I can roll the tape back. I'm gonna tell you exactly what she said.
Okay.
Because she was about to say something else, and then I slid right back in there and said, because when we go on the website, there's no link there. What did she say after that?
But there is.
She did not say that.
No, I'm saying there is a link.
No.
She said there probably was. She needs to fix that. She said she needs to fix that. She said she needs to fix that.
Hold up, bro. You're conflating two things. Let me share something with you.
Okay.
Margaret Goodman, when I asked her live and live in color in front of everybody, how can we donate? Because there is not a donation button as a link on your website. And she said, I'm doing way too much. I'm gonna tell you what she's. Stay right there.
Yeah.
Stay right there. Don't move. I'm gonna pull up what she said.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull it up right now. We all gonna hear what she said.
She didn't know though. She didn't know. She probably didn't know that.
No. Hold on.
She didn't know that there wasn't a link.
Sir. I'm gonna clarify a lot to the audience.
Pull it up.
Okay. Mute your phone, brother. Mute your phone. Mute your phone, brother. I got you. I'm gonna take care of you. Mute your phone. I got it.
Yes, if they're listed on the website, they would be removed.
Right. So you did mention that, obviously we know this because you mentioned it, of course, it's on the website and it's in the name, voluntary. You all at VADA, you are a nonprofit organization, obviously a 501c3 tax exempt charitable organization. How do VADA receive donations, so to speak?
We can usually receive them through PayPal. That's probably the easiest. We also accept donations that are directly wired to us, but technically through PayPal is probably the easiest.
So is there a link, maybe someone that want to donate, I don't know, on a website, or how will we get access to donate to the cause of anti-doping in boxing?
That's really nice. Basically what I would do is whomever would like to donate, and like I said, it would be considered a tax-deductible donation. They can contact me directly at brit@vada-testing.org, and depending on where they're located, I can tell them how it would be easier for them to do it, whether it's on PayPal. We're on PayPal as VADA, or the Voluntary Anti-Doping Association.
You heard what she said?
Yeah, she's on PayPal as
No.
VADA.
No. Did you hear what she said when I asked her? There's not a link on your website. So how else can people donate
Contact
to
her directly.
the cause?
Contact her directly so she can show you an easier way. That's because you told her there was no link, but there is a link. You told her there was no link.
Let me tell you something about me, man. Right?
No.
Because
did you not tell her there was no link?
Hold on. I'll let you talk now. I got it from here. What you tried to do was you tried to come up here and make it appear before my live audience that I cropped out a place where strategically and perfectly people can actually donate to the cause. And I didn't do that. So you're wrong on that. Number two, hold on, let me finish. Number two, let's be clear on something. I asked Margaret Goodman questions that I already knew the answers to. And when I already knew the answer that there was no link on her website. You want to know why? Because I talked to her on the phone a month and a half ago, and I spoke to her about that. So what I'm telling you is that was not on the website as of yesterday morning before she got up here. Before she got up here, that was not on the website.
Okay.
And hold on for a minute. And guess what? I'm the one that pointed that out when she left here.
Okay.
And there were people still watching me bring that up. But you know what's interesting about that? Since you brought up the website?
Yeah.
Because I already knew it wasn't on the... I already knew
actually
it
was because I streamed, and I knew this was going to come up.
Hold
I
on,
was waiting
come
for
on,
the
come on,
chance
come
to
on,
get
come
on
on,
here because I screenshotted it.
Wait, but you did all of this to discredit me. So now let me ask you a question since you brought up the website.
Not discredit you, just to inform your people, just to inform your audience.
Let me finish talking, bro, because you
Yes,
came up here to discredit me, and I have a right to this. I have a right to respond to you, right? Okay,
correct.
Cool. Now, did you know that their Form 990 wasn't listed on their website too? Do you know what that is?
Yes, I do know. That's the 501c. They're in Nevada, right?
I didn't ask you that. I didn't ask you that.
Okay.
I'm asking you, do you know?
I went over that too. You showed that it has to be publicly made available when requested.
No, I didn't. No.
So they're 501c3. You said you pulled up the tax documents, you pulled up the tax forms, saying as a 501c, it has to be made available to the public.
That's correct.
Yes.
Is it made available to the public?
There's still processes that you have to go.
I didn't ask you that, bro.
You didn't ask me that. You want yes and no questions, but my answer is not going to be yes and no.
It's just very simple.
You did say that it is not on the website, but you have to request it. Just
no,
because
that's not true.
Information, you
that's
still
not
have
true.
to request that information.
That's not true. That's not true.
They are a private 501c3, not a public 501c3. There's a difference between public 501c3 and public.
Let me ask you a question.
501c3.
Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Do you own and operate a nonprofit
I don't,
organization?
but there is a difference between
I didn't see how you're not answering my
501c.
questions. It's just yes or no.
It's not just yes and no. It's not.
Do
just
you
yes
own
and no.
or operate a
No, I don't.
nonprofit organization?
I do not.
Huh?
I do not.
Okay. Do you know the Internal Revenue Code law all around the board? Do you know?
For what? What?
It's just a yes or no. Do you
No,
know
I
the
don't.
Internal
But in
Revenue
point
Code?
No, I don't. Okay, no.
Thank you. Let me tell you something. I
Yes.
do.
Okay. So
I
what was
do.
your point yesterday? What are you trying to get though?
What I'm
Because
getting
for
at,
that
wait a minute.
information,
What I'm
it
getting
is
at
made
is,
public.
wait a
You
minute.
just have to
What
request
excuse
it.
me. What I'm getting at is,
Mhm.
you're trying to discredit me.
I'm not trying to
And I
discredit
know
you.
you're gonna let
I'm
me
just
talk.
trying to
Come
inform
on.
you.
You asked me a question. I'm
I'm
answering.
just
You
trying
gonna
to
let me talk?
inform you.
Are
Just
you
trying
going to
to
let me
inform you, my
talk?
guy.
Are you going to let me talk?
Yes, go ahead
Thank
and talk,
you.
man.
Thank you. No, I'll
I
talk
did
when
try
I
to say it yesterday too. Since boxing, he blocked me. I tried to say it yesterday. He blocked me.
Who blocked you?
Since
I don't
boxing.
even know you. Who blocked you?
You blocked me.
I ain't never blocked nobody on this
yesterday.
channel.
Every comment I tried to make yesterday.
I don't
during the
control
live,
I don't control my chat.
Okay.
I didn't block
whoever
you.
controls
If I
you,
was,
because El Shahid
bruh.
even brought up my messages yesterday.
And what you
that
said?
I said
What you
everything
say?
that he said, everything that I was
All
saying.
right, what's the last thing you said?
Last thing I said was
just because it's made public.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
Matter
say
of
it.
fact, you even went back and showed this.
I know. Just tell me what you said, bro.
The last thing I said was just because it's a public. I said last thing I said, just because it's a public company or that they're a 501c doesn't mean that public has to be on the internet. And then you went to that paper that showed that they did say they would make it available on their website. But as a private 501c,
I got to get him off. You see, these guys want to come up here and discredit me and don't know what they're talking about. I don't have to provide my credentials. Y'all already know I am a certified tax practitioner. I know what I'm talking about. And I do run my own nonprofit organization, and I am tax exempt. All I'm saying is he was the same, and I'm glad he came up here. I'm glad because I forgot his name. He's the one that was in the chat. Private chat, by the way. Private chat. And y'all heard what he just said. Oh, just because they're tax exempt and they're a private or public 501c3 doesn't mean that they have to put it on their website. That's what he said. That's what he said. That's what he said. But look at your screen then. Turn my camera off. Look at your screen. I'm going to read it to you. Section C, disclosure. Come on, y'all. Follow me down to line 18. This is VADA's 990. This is their Form 990. Since they didn't publish it on their website, since we know they didn't publish it on their website, like they're federally legally obligated to, what does line 18 say? It might be too small for y'all, so I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna read it for y'all. Since this guy wanna come up here, and that's why I saved this, because I wasn't even gonna speak on this part. But I knew they was gonna come out trying to discredit me. So this is Form 990 from VADA. Section C, disclosure. Number 18, follow along and read if you can. Section 6104 requires an organization to make its Form 1023 or 1024A, if applicable, Form 990 and Form 990T, 501c3s only, available for public inspection. Indicate how you made these available. Click all that apply. So on VADA's tax forms, they says their own website. So if what this guy, Stay Open-Minded, said, if what he said is true, that they are not required or obligated to do so, then why in the Form 990 in the disclosure section on their tax form that they issued to the IRS, they claim that they made their Form 990 available on their website? According to the IRS, Section 6104 requires an organization to make its Form 1023, 1024A, if applicable, Form 990 and Form 990T, 501c3s only, which we know they are a 501c3, available. They are required by law, Section 6104 of the Internal Revenue Code, to make this form available for public inspection. They said on their website. I'm not even going to tell you what year this was because it was never on their website. But they said in their tax form that they issued with the IRS that it's on their website. So what are we talking about here? What are we talking about here? What are we talking about? Now, somebody can say, well, Manager Marty, you just making that up. Okay, good. This is from the IRS on their website. First paragraph says, an exempt organization must make available for public inspection its exemption application. So there's an exemption application that every nonprofit organization who is not a religious organization, not including them, they issue it to the IRS to gain the 501c3 tax exempt status. By law, an exempt organization must make that exemption application public. Look at the second interview, bottom of your screen. In addition, an exempt organization must make available for public inspection and copying its annual return. Such returns include Form 990, return of organization exempt from income tax. What are we talking about? When you challenge me, do your homework first. Way before Margaret Goodman even came up here. That button that he's talking about, that wasn't on their website. And we talked, and me and Margaret, we talked about that in a private conversation on the phone a month and a half ago. So what are we talking about? Okay, so let's say it was already on their website. Where's the Form 990 and the exempt application that should be posted on their website then? Because their Form 990 that they issue to the IRS, it keeps saying every year that they publish it on their website, but it ain't there. Where that's at then? Okay then. I asked Margaret Goodman, how do VADA receive donations based on who pays for the test? She said the promoters pay for it. So apparently, majority of their revenue comes from promoters. Majority of it. Let's keep it 100. What are we talking about? Don't let me pull up how much they've been raking in every year. I got the receipts. But that wasn't even my point that I was trying to bring in. All I'm saying is, when you come up here to challenge me, just do your homework. Don't come up here trying to discredit me without doing, at least do your homework. Roll the tape on me. That's all I'm saying. If you're going to come up here and try to discredit me, just do your homework. I'm human. I don't mind being wrong and coming back saying, hey, I was wrong about my assessment. But it's got to be worth it. Y'all can't just come up here and discredit. You know what's crazy? This guy and other people, they waste all of their time trying to scrutinize me. But the video after video, after video after video after video that I have published with all the stuff that's been going on, he ain't come up here and speak on none of that. I done cracked the case wide open. He ain't come up here and speak on none of that. Come on. What homework did he have, Dixon? What homework did he have? He screenshotted that yesterday morning to discredit me. I'm telling him I had a conversation with Margaret a month and a half ago, back in February. And we both confirmed that it wasn't there. I'm glad to see that it's there today after I asked her about it. And I'm not talking about after I asked about it in the interview. I asked her about this back in February. So I'm glad to see that it's there now. But where was all of this energy when I kept trying to tell you over and over again? And I had receipts, and y'all still was discrediting me, you haters. I ain't mad at you. That's why I let you come on. All I'm saying is, you want to shoot and kill the messenger. What about all the stuff that's been going on? Nobody else on YouTube talking about it. Do your homework first. What about all the other stuff I've been saying? What about all this other stuff I've been saying since I've been on YouTube for a year and a half? This guy never came up here. When I told Terrence Crawford, you got to do A, B, and C to secure the fight with Errol Spence. I'm still waiting for at least one Terrence Crawford fan to come up here in my face and say, Manager Marty, you were right. You ain't going to do it. And I don't care if you do it or not. I don't need no adulation from you. My point is that y'all so quick to point out when he said this, oh, he was wrong. He did this, he was wrong. When half of the stuff that you talking about, y'all wrong. But when I'm right, don't nobody say nothing. Come on, stop it. You can't have it both ways. Terrence Crawford did everything Manager Marty told him to do. And the deal got done. What we talking about here? The man said he knows Victor Conte's history. I told the last guy, what is his history? He want to go all around the board. I asked him, would you let an electrician do plumbing work at your house? He told me no. He said he wouldn't let a barber do his taxes. All right then, so why basic logic can't be applied when it comes to your favorite fighter? Stop idolizing people. That's the problem. I never said that VADA wasn't doing no testing. I never said none of that. I never said they wasn't doing their job. But we need answers. And guess what? All of the questions that y'all had, I got them answered. Whether we agreed with those answers or not, I got it done. That's all I'm saying. We know what we see in the ring. Y'all keep saying y'all boxing fans, right? All right. So if you boxing fans, then y'all should be seeing what I'm seeing. You've been watching boxing for years. You should know what you're looking at. Some of y'all used to be an amateur boxer, y'all be saying. Y'all should know what y'all looking at when y'all see fights then. And you know when you're looking at something, oh yeah, his performance enhanced. That's number one. We laid that foundation already. Then I had Victor Conte up here. Piece to the puzzle number two. Not once, twice. I was being criticized about the way I was asking him questions. And guess what? You got information. And people were doing reaction videos from the information. Come on, let's talk about it. That's why I wore the hoodie today. I was waiting for this. That's why I wore the hoodie today. I knew what I'm into. I know what I'm up against. And third piece of the puzzle. Had Margaret Goodman up here. Hey. I mean, what's up? What are we talking about? What are we talking about? But Larry, go tell them that. Go tell them that, Larry. Go tell them what my fight has nothing to do with. Go tell them that. I never brought a fighter named up when Victor Conte was here, unless it was in the super chat or unless Victor Conte brought their name up first. I never brought a fighter's name up with regards to PEDs or testing protocols when Dr. Margaret Goodman was up here yesterday. All right, then. This ain't about me targeting one fighter or two fighters. What y'all talking about? Anybody else want to come up here? Anybody else? Link is pinned to the top of the chat. Let's talk about it. This is supposed to be an open panel too. We can talk. Come on up here. Let's talk about it. I got the hoodie on today. Let's talk about it. Yeah. I'm in character. It's a character. I'm not mad. I'm in character. We're going to talk about it. Oh, I knew you was going to say that, so I screenshotted the dude. You ain't going to come and discredit me. I already had a talk with her about that on the phone a month and a half ago. So what are you talking about? I'm glad to see that you can click on the link. That's great. Glad to hear that. But the question becomes, where the money going at? That's something, because you know why? Because somebody's going to ask that next. Somebody's going to ask that. If I donate $20, where's it going at? Let me reframe that. If a fighter is not being tested, where's the money going at? Okay, then. I asked Margaret Goodman who was responsible to pay for testing. She didn't say donors. She didn't say donations. She said the promoters. What are we talking about? We talk boxing over here, business of boxing over here. Come on. If you're going to challenge me, make sure you do your homework. Get all the facts right. Oh, a public or private nonprofit is not supposed to make their stuff public. According to the IRS, yes, they do. So he didn't know what he was talking about. Here it go right here. From IRS website. Tell you it's supposed to be made public if you tax exempt. They're tax exempt. 501c3 is on your screen. You don't believe me? Look at the 990. Look at it on their own website. Section C, disclosure, line 18. Is it on their website from 2019 to now? Absolutely not. And I got the screenshots to prove that. So what point are we making here? You guys can't discredit me. I put the work in. Anybody else want to come up here? Salute Andre Smith, member of the channel. What's up? Anybody else want to come up here? I got the hoodie on today, and it's Friday, and the air fryer hot, Biz. Salute to my guy, Biz on the beat, member of the channel, supervisor of the Roller Tape Film Crew. See, your favorite fighter over there. Your favorite fighter is over there. That's what the problem is. Your favorite fighter went over to SNAC. Now all of a sudden it's a problem. All right, then. Now let's get to the fight. Thank you, CEO Sis. We're going to get right to it. They don't want no real work with me. Link pinned to the top. Link pinned to the top. Now, let's get back to some more boxing. But see, I did this. It's entertainment. I gotta entertain the people. Yeah. Do your homework first. I don't mind you discrediting me. I don't care about that. I don't mind insults. I don't care about. All I'm saying is just do your homework. Nobody can speak on what Victor Conte said to me. You can't speak on it unless you was here or unless you heard it. I know everything that he said. I know what's going on. I'm not no dummy. Well, when it comes to other things, I play too much. My point is, people take me serious because they know how I am. That's what I'm trying to say. They know what's up. They know I know what's going on. All I'm saying is do your homework when you come up here. Guys ain't did not one transaction in the business of boxing. Not one. And they up here trying to challenge me, of all people. Haven't done nothing, haven't taken no courses, no refreshers, no classes, no nothing in taxes or the Internal Revenue Code. And they up here trying to challenge me like I don't know what the law states that have to be done. And we make mistakes in taxes. But what I'm saying is, when you come up here, come correct, come right. If I ain't want you up here, I wouldn't have put the link in the chat. But you think he gonna come back, spin the block, and say, you know what, Manager Marty, you were right. I said that they weren't supposed to make a public disclosure of their Form 990, and you proved me wrong. I apologize. No, he ain't gonna come back and say that. You see what I'm saying? Come on. If their favorite fighters was not dealing with Victor Conte, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. But people's favorite fighter is over there with him. You won't let him medically interpret your blood, but you cool with your favorite fighter doing it. Come on, stop it. We know what time it is. That's all I'm saying. What's up, Band Up? What's good with you?
What's good with you, Marty?
I'm doing great.
I got a couple minutes before I got to go clock in. You
What's
did,
up, homie?
you know what I mean? But I wanted to kick some game with you. You know what I'm saying? I want to kick some game with you. You got your hood on. You know what I'm saying? I was just in a little comment section talking to 2 cents about your boy Boots. You know what I mean? How I think your man should move up because that division down there is done. It's done.
Why should
147
he
is
move up to 154?
because Boots don't. I feel like he wants some big names. Don't he want some big names? Don't he want the names that's there? Thurman ain't at 47 no more. Well, I don't even care. I don't even know what Thurman doing, but Thurman ain't there no more. EJ ain't there no more. Crawford ain't there no more. St. Leonis, you know me, all that. You know what I mean?
Crawford ain't there no more?
Crawford ain't gonna be there no more.
Well, he should vacate the titles like I've been telling him to do.
Oh, he probably should vacate them titles. You know what I mean? He probably should vacate them titles.
And then Boots gonna take over the division.
But at the current way it was going, that man seemed like he in negotiations with Tszyu, right?
Who?
Crawford.
Who you hearing this from?
Huh?
Who your source? Name them.
Huh? Name my source? YouTube is my source. Blue.
You better stop listening to these.
Marty.
Please.
YouTube
Please,
is my
man.
source, Marty. YouTube is my source.
You
But
better
that
stop
man-
listening to these
that man-
guys. Some of these guys not credible, bro. He's in negotiations with Terrence Crawford, but he got a fight on Saturday night.
Look, the man.
Come on, man.
Look
Stop.
Look here. As we've been hearing and as we've been seeing, that man Crawford is trying to move up. When he just rumored to be in some type of, what was that dude's name? I don't even remember the dude that they was talking about, right? But everything that we're seeing from him, that even if it's rumored to happen or not, is nothing to do with lower weight. Nothing to do with nothing lower. Only thing we're talking about as far as 147 is Jerron Boots Ennis. That's the only thing that we are talking about.
That's why he should vacate the titles. Terrence Crawford should vacate the titles. If he's not going to fight at 47, like you said, he's moving up. Move up, vacate the titles, and let Boots or any of the other guys compete for the belts. That's it.
The thing about it is, with that being said, what is they really competing on if we know Boots is going to beat everybody?
Hey, that's the name of the game.
That's what we look. And how many fights did that man had?
Who?
Jerron.
I think he had like 30.
And all these guys, you just whitewashing these guys. You're gonna have 30 more whitewashes, 10 more whitewashes that you just wiping the crowd with.
Terrence Crawford had 30 whitewashes, 35 either.
You think that?
You didn't say all that when Terrence Crawford had 30 whitewashes.
Marty, I'm a refresh your knowledge again. I'm about 6, 7 years into this boxing knowledge. You did when it comes to that.
I got you. Well, you was the one on record, and I can pull the tape up, man. You said that Jerron Boots Ennis will break Terrence Crawford ribs.
I said there's a possibility. Yes, I did say that. There's a possibility that man could break his ribs. Anything can happen in a fight. And I feel that in my if I was to say one thing, you know what I mean? I feel like Crawford could probably clean up. It really hasn't been exposed, I don't think, too much, but that one of his, I think on his left side, that rib, he throws his right hand a little bit high. And I feel like that's relieving for somebody to come and give him that one. You know what I mean?
Crawford said that he don't want to fight. Crawford said he doesn't want to fight Boots. So if he doesn't want to fight him, I respect it. I don't think he should fight him because he's not going to fight him. And if he do fight him,
you gotta see, and then he gotta position. But that man gotta position himself to make. If Boots really want to fight, like you say, position yourself to make it. You know what I mean? Position yourself to make it. And if what's it called? And if anything is good for Bud, then the same thing should be good for Arrow in the same sense. If Jerron Boots Ennis do move up and he can't get a Crawford fight, he should go for an Arrow fight, right? Because he also was saying Arrow's name at the same time before Arrow.
Well, he's not going to get credit if he beats Errol Spence, and you know that.
What? Why not? Arrow's on the bounce back. Why not? Arrow's still a good fighter. He should be at the best. He should be at the best. Shouldn't be no
Now Errol's a
dehydration.
good fighter.
No.
Hold up. Now Errol's a good fighter. Before he fought Crawford, he was a one-trick pony. He keeps his head on the line. He don't have good footwork. He really don't have no power like that. He do the same move, double jab, left hand, and now all of a sudden he's a good fighter. Which one is it, Bando?
You can't pull it up on me that I say he ain't a good fighter. You can't do that. That's one thing you ain't never heard me say. I never said Errol wasn't a good fighter. I never said that. But when I tell you he is going to have to walk through some stuff to get to Crawford, yeah, he was going to have to walk through a lot, and he couldn't walk through it. And Yo Man's even said, Deep Down even said, he kept his head on the line. So I don't want to hear about none of that as Bud Crawford fans saying that he kept his head on the line. He kept his head on the line. Even y'all guys say he kept his head on the line that night. So we don't want to hear that. It's the truth. It's the truth.
I'm not saying that he don't keep his head on the line. This is what I'm saying right here. Look at your screen, Band Up, before you clock in to go to work.
Yes, sir.
Go on and look at it. That's what I'm saying right there. Huh? Yes. Yes. It works. You better believe it works. Huh? Even you didn't even expect Terrence Crawford to look that good.
Manager
right?
Marty.
Right? Yeah, tell the truth.
Manager Marty's Terrence Crawford looked exactly how every Bud fan thought he would look.
No, every Crawford
Supremely
fan, including
dominant.
you, said, man, I didn't expect him to look like that.
He was,
man.
I ain't expect that man Errol to come looking like a zombie to the ring, and Bud Crawford was on 10 out of 10 that night.
You ain't even expect Crawford to look that good.
I didn't expect him to get three drops. I didn't think he was going to get 3 drops and stop him like that. I didn't think that was going to happen. I didn't.
All right.
But I did.
No
I did say a 9th or 10 round stoppage. I said a 9th or 10th. I did. I do remember that.
I think you did say that, and you also said that Jerron Boots Ennis may possibly break Terrence Crawford's rib.
And you know, and I still believe that. I still believe that, bro. Like, I don't think Terrence in a 12. If they go to 12 rounds and it has to go to decision, I don't think that man's getting out there with just no bump on his lip or nah. He couldn't. Because that man, it's supreme skill we talking about, man.
All right, we're telling him to fight Boots then. Tell him to fight Boots.
I feel he could fight Boots if Boots move out. I was just talking to Two about that.
He got the, no.
Why are we going back down? What is the point of going back down?
It's not back down. He's still at the weight. He got all the belts.
He said it wasn't easy for him to make the weight.
Okay, I'm going to show you something. It helped you lose weight. He said it helped you lose fat. You see it?
And that wasn't easy.
Yeah, come on, brother. It helped you lose fat now. That's what the product say. That's what the product say.
All right, I'm gonna kick gang with you, Marty. I gotta go clock in.
Hey, but, man, I appreciate you.
I'm gonna hit you on IG. I want to show you some a little piece of history.
Say no more. You got it, big dog. All
right, got you.
You got it. Double salute to my guy, Mr. AMG. Thank you for your support, as always, Mr. AMG, and your contribution to the channel. Mr. AMG says, please turn the air fryer off, Manager Marty. You are burning these. Stay close-minded people. Also, Boots want to be undisputed at multiple divisions, and Boots already positioned himself to fight Crawford. Mr. AMG, I couldn't agree with you more. You are absolutely right. You know, when I turn the air fryer up, I gotta hold these guys accountable. But if they touch that knob on that air fryer, unfortunately for them, they're going to get burned. But you know, when you get burned, you learn a lesson. So hopefully they don't touch the knob again. Now, when it comes to Boots putting himself in position, you are absolutely correct, Mr. AMG. Boots put himself in position to become number 2 in the WBO. Y'all remember that, right? Okay, then. When he was ranked number 2 in the WBO, he's put himself in a position. At the time, Terrence Crawford was the WBO champion. That's what happened. He put himself in the position again, now that he's the IBF champion. Crawford got all the belts. He's still holding on to all the belts. So my thing is, if I'm managing Crawford, we're moving up. We can vacate the titles, because if we compete at the weight with the titles, what's going to happen is that we meaning myself, representing my client, Terrence Crawford, if I'm managing him, is going to have to pay sanctioning fees for each belt that he's parading around. Why? When he can save that extra money, move up in weight, vacate the 147-pound titles, since he says that he has weight issues, he's older, he don't want to move down anymore as he's growing in weight, down meaning at 147, just vacate the titles and just let Jaron Boots Ennis fight other 147-pound fighters. It's not Boots' fault that none of them can beat him, because that's what Bandup said. It's not going to be a competition. Boots don't have nothing to do with that. He just got to fight the guys that's in front of him. That's his responsibility. And he's going to beat them. I told y'all months and months ago that he's going to take over the welterweight division. I've been spoke on that. So what I'm saying is no need to hold the division up. If Crawford's not going to compete at 147, he can move up and make history again by becoming the champion at 154. That's just my opinion. You know what I mean? There you go, my guy. SOG for life. What's going on?
Man, Jamal, what's going on, man?
Black Stick and Bruce, good to see you. Always a pleasure, my brother. I'm good.
You too, man. Hey, great show, man. Great education, man. It is to me. I'm back here, man. I'm gonna sue you, man. Cause you have making my jaw hurt from laughing so daggum hard, man. But I have a heart attack in this joint, man. It's hilarious.
I try to entertain the people, man. You know how I do.
You know what? I keep hearing you say entertain. So if I play the devil's advocate, man, can I bring some entertainment to the show as well? Because I hear the same Crawford fans on social media.
Okay, come on with it.
Oh, okay, cool. Can check it out, man. Terrence is not running from Boost, man. Alvarez is the one running from Terrence. That's what I hear them say.
Canelo Alvarez is running from Terrence Crawford?
Yeah, and also Tszyu is also running from Terrence, man. It's the PBC fighters again.
But he's with the PBC.
Who?
Terrence Crawford. He fights under their banner.
Nah. He's a free agent now, man.
He didn't fulfill all his obligations, though.
And all these Terrence fans don't think they see that. But nah, you know what? But nah, man. Errol Spence is trying to cut in line in front of him and fight Tim, man.
Tszyu got to get past Fundora tomorrow night.
If he does, Terrence still deserves that fight. Not Errol, man.
Well, it won't be the first time we saw a fighter get knocked out and then fight for a world championship in their next fight. This has been the business of boxing. You know, you can lose a fight or get knocked out or even just lose and come back and fight another big fight. I mean, look at Ngannou. He lost on the cards to Tyson Fury. His next fight was against another top heavyweight in Anthony Joshua. I mean, look at Fundora. Fundora got knocked out by Brian Mendoza in his last fight. Now, guess what? He's in the main event of this fight, fighting for a title. I mean, hey.
These casual fans on social media don't know a damn thing what you be talking about, man. But I mean, it's not just about the money. I be trying to tell them it's about the business. And it's like all I be trying to tell them, man, is when a lot of these casual fans don't get the hint. It's like, even though what's another good one? Another good example. I mean, you take the boxing in general. Whenever you're not, I mean, Earl's not the cash cow, but between the three of them, between Tim, Earl, and Terrence, he is the cash cow between the three of them. He got the most pay-per-views, most audience, and all the other stuff. Yes. But man, some of these casual fans out here, all they pay attention to is who wins, and that's about it. Who has a belt? That's about it. And I'm like, everything that I hear Terrence talking about with Jaron Boots Ennis is the same thing Alvarez is saying about him. And it's like, you ain't got the pay-per-view numbers. What's it called? High risk, low reward. And it's like, can you explain that to these casual fans, what that means? Because I don't even think they want to understand what that means.
Well, it basically means this. If Terrence Crawford's going to say him fighting Jaron Boots Ennis is high risk, low reward, it's the same thing Canelo said about him. In other words, it's Canelo Alvarez. We're talking about the real cash cow. Canelo Alvarez said that him fighting Terrence Crawford is really low reward. In other words, is he doesn't generate enough money. So the same thing that Terrence Crawford was saying of the reasons why he don't need to fight Boots, that's the same thing that Canelo was saying about Crawford.
Thank you.
But see,
I tell him.
You see what I'm saying? So if it's good for Crawford to use it against Boots, and if it's good for his fans to use it as talking points, then we got to use it when Canelo said about Crawford. It was good for the goose, it's good for the gander.
And that's what these casual fans out here are, like I said, they refusing to understand. And it's like, everybody know that, you know, Terrence is putting on age. He's going to be, what, 36, 38 this year?
I think it's like 37 or 38.
Yeah, 37, 38 this year. So it's like, all right, he wants that big payday. And it's like, okay, Earl had his eye injury. Okay, you know, hopefully that's taken care of by now. But now Earl's talking about he wants the winner. He don't say he wants 10. He said he wants the winner of tomorrow's fight, man. But people think, casual fans feel like he's jumping over Terrence. But I'm like, can you explain that to them, how he's not really jumping over? It's just they're both with PBC.
Well, it's business, man.
There you go. Say it again, man.
Man, it's business. And that's what this thing is all about. It's all about business. Not only is it about peace, Andre Noble. Not only is it about money,
What's
but
going
it's
on,
about
man?
putting the fighters in the position. Andre Noble, what's going on, big dog?
Oh, nothing much, man. Hey, I got a question. Are you still calling the fight tomorrow night?
Huh?
Are you still calling the fight tomorrow night?
Yeah, I'm gonna call the fights tomorrow night.
You can't hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Uh-huh. Yes, sir. I can
My
hear
bad. I have to wear the mask. I have to wear the mask because of my allergies.
you. I got you. No, I'm calling the fights tomorrow.
Okay, so we need a prediction.
I'm glad you're here.
Who you got?
I'm glad you're here. Let's talk about it.
That's a good call.
So let's start.
My bad, man. I can hear you.
Let's start.
I can barely hear you, man.
Oh, he can't hear me. Yo, can y'all hear me?
I can.
I think his signal. Andre, you there?
His camera just froze.
Yeah, he probably come back on.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean that fight is Tim is how tall? About 5'8", 5'10"?
Huh?
How tall is Tim?
Yeah, I think Tim Tszyu about 5'9", 5'10".
Mm-hmm. So man, the only way he gonna get to that dude is he gets on the inside, crouches, and like the way Teddy Atlas said it one time, you know, when your opponent is tall, the best thing to do is to get low, so they have to reach for you, and then, you know, catch them on your way up. That's still gonna be everybody's just looking at the other guy. What's the other guy's name?
Fundora.
Fundora. Everybody's looking at Fundora being knocked out his last fight. Well, I mean, okay, now's the fight. Gonna see if he learned from it. If he, you know, is he gonna pull a Lennox Lewis, you know, and learn from his mistake, or is he gonna keep that same mistake and, you know, just continue to be a what they call a gatekeeper from here on out? And I mean, that's what I'm ready to see tomorrow. I mean, Tim Tszyu doesn't have that many big names on his resume, but this will be one of the first, you know, first ones on there. It's like, you know, I got my popcorn, I ain't got no beer, but I got some, you know, some drinks on standby. And then what's going to be interesting is to see if Earl is, you know, because, you know what, let me play the devil's advocate again, man, because you got all these casual fans to my, well, Earl shied away and scared of Terrence, and now he wants to win him. How he know his eye ain't gonna let him down again?
But the thing is, here's the thing. I haven't heard or seen anything from Errol Spence about this. Did he say anything that he wants Tim Tszyu? I didn't see it. I don't know.
He didn't say he wanted 10. He said he tweeted on social media. If you want to pull up, I don't know if you follow him or not, but if you want to pull up, yeah, you do.
I follow him and Terrence Crawford.
Yeah, he tweeted that he said he was going to Vegas and he wants the winner. He didn't say 10. He just said the winner. See, and that's what all these casual fans keep missing is they keep thinking it's going to be 10 hands down. I'm like, all right, don't forget this other. Tim's opponent was almost like a Paul Williams. He's not quite like Paul Williams, but he's kind of up there. He was once up there with like a Paul Williams kind of.
Yeah, the difference is that Fundora, and I like what you said about Teddy Atlas saying you fight low. Yeah. The problem with Fundora is he fights on the inside, which is going to play into the hands of Tim Tszyu. because he don't fight on the outside and use that jab, man. He don't use that jab. He got I think he got an 80-something reach.
80, I believe it was 82. I could be mistaken. I think it's 82.
Man, he got the height and the reach, but it's something that he don't have, Bruce. He don't have that mustache.
I mean,
he don't have that mustache.
I'm not gonna say he's I've only seen 4 of his fights. That's it. But from what I've seen of 4 of his fights, those 4 fights, his chin got tested. I want to say, when I say tested, I mean body weight behind it, feet planted and nailed. I've only seen him get tested twice, but those were not punchers that tested his chin either. So
yeah, well, Erickson Lubin,
there you go.
He dropped him, and he did get up and everything. But Erickson Lubin, he's a good fighter. A lot of people don't give him credit. Erickson can really, really box. He's a good fighter. He did knock Fundora down. That was a massive fight.
Oh yeah,
good fight. While it lasted, but there was another guy.
I forgot the other guy who.
I'm gonna tell you and show you, Bruce. You're gonna like this.
Go for
Speaking of entertainment, Brian Mendoza.
Okay.
I'm gonna show you a picture of Brian Mendoza when he was fighting before he fought Fundora. This is before he joined the SNAC program, Bruce. This is how he looked right there. That's before the SNAC program. When he fought Fundora at the weigh-in, this is how he looked on the scales after he joined the SNAC program. Woo, Lord have mercy. Huh? Let me show you again. This is before the SNAC program.
He went from no pack. Let's see, I can't even see 1 pack up there, Marty.
He went and now this is him at the weigh-in when he fought Fundora after SNAC.
He went from no pack to 6 pack. That's crazy.
Yeah. This Devin Haney right here, Bruce.
Yep.
This him in the Mayweather gym. This before he joined SNAC. This how Devin Haney look at his laugh eye. Ooh, Lord have mercy.
What? Nah, Marty. They just train hard. That's all.
These guys looking like Lex Luger, the wrestler.
More like a daggum ultimate warrior too.
Double salute, Andre Noble. Thank you for your contribution again and your support. Andre says, sorry about that, Marty. My Wi-Fi sucks. It's all good, man. You a member of the channel and you a supervisor of the Roller Tape Film crew. I mean, I can't control the chat and how they doing things because, I heard people saying something about the Wi-Fi in the chat. Joking with you, Andre, but it's all good, man. You family, bro. So let's start with the main event and then work our way back. Who you got on that? Tszyu, Sebastian Fundora. Who you got on it, Bruce?
Only reason I'm gonna go with Tim is because he's shown me more activity. Because both their resumes are about the same, even though Tim's a champion. But only reason I'm gonna go with Tim because he's been a bit more active, than Fundora. So that'll be my pick from that. As far as stoppage, I'm gonna say like this: if he don't stop him by the 8th, I believe Tim gets the decision.
Any knockdowns in the fight?
You know what? I'm gonna make a guess. I say that Tim gets knocked down around the 6th or 8th.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I say he might get knocked down around the 6th. Because what opponent has he faced like him, like Fundora? What opponent has he faced or beat like him so far?
I can't call not one
okay.
right now.
So that's why I say that there may be a split between the 6th and 8th, possibly a knockdown. If and this is a capital IF, if Fundora has fully recovered from his last fight, because I haven't seen him as active as Tim, and we don't know what he's is he shell shocked or scared to pull the trigger after that knockdown, after that defeat. That's always a big if, because you have to go back to the old days, man. After you got a big defeat, I don't care if you were Holyfield, I don't care if you were Tyson, if you were a true champion who fought with the heart of a champion, most of them, even Ali, they always got a warm-up fight.
Yes.
After their first defeat.
Yes.
And so I haven't seen Fundora's warm-up fights yet, or how good he looked in them since
right.
Defeat. So
Right. So that's where I have to agree with you on. This fight was short notice.
Yep.
2.5 weeks. He was already in training to fight somebody else, Fundora. And of course, we already know Tszyu was scheduled to fight Thurman. But my point is, though, it's not a lot of time to make a whole lot of adjustments when you're training for one fighter for a couple of months. Then you get the call that you got about 2 weeks to prepare for a guy who has the caliber of Tszyu. Now, I'm not saying that Tszyu don't have flaws. We don't know what his chin looked like either. And Fundora can punch.
It's not. I don't think Tim's is chinny. I think his is more questionable than it is just Amir Khan chinny or like that. But it's more it's not suspect just yet. It's more questionable.
Yeah. So I think that Fundora needs to fight this fight on the outside. He's got to keep Tszyu on his toes.
At bay.
Keep him at bay. Keep him away from coming on the inside. And I know people might say, well, Manager Marty on the inside, that's Fundora's game. But the problem with that is he's giving up so much height when he goes in the inside. He's giving up so much of his reach when he goes into the inside, especially with a guy like Tszyu who knows how to break fighters down, who knows how to back you up, who knows how to walk you down. And so that's not the game plan I would recommend for Fundora. He's got to use that jab, use that power, and if he want to go on the inside, it's after he see that Tszyu is slowing down. Tszyu is his power is not as explosive as it was in the beginning. Then you can go ahead and work his body and get him out of there if that's your plan.
So
he is a southpaw. He is a southpaw, though, Bruce, and that part I am excited to see how he's going to fare with a guy, meaning F-A-R-E, how he's going to fare with a guy like Tszyu, because he's a southpaw. So he has 3 things to his advantage: southpaw, longer reach, and the height. I say 4 because he do got a little crack. He can crack. He can punch a little bit.
That's one question that myself and a few other people on social media are wondering. Would you say Tszyu is more of a Marvin Hagler wear you down, or more of a Tommy Hearns one punch can change anything? Because to me, he's more of a Hagler than he is a Hearns one punch knockout, one punch, stagger you kind of fighter.
I think Tszyu, to me, I don't think he's a one punch knockout artist. I believe that he wears you down, and when he break you down, he gets more confident, just like other fighters, and then he just take you out of there. That's what he's been showing so far. And so in this fight, Fundora trying to back up, like he was letting Erickson Lubin, the shorter guy, press him. This is not that. This is not the fight where you need to be letting him back you up, because he's going to get more confident as the time progresses and then get you out of there, especially when your chin might be a little bit suspicious or questionable. I don't count that Brian Mendoza situation because we know, he's, his performance was enhanced in that fight. And I'm talking about Brian Mendoza. So I can't count that. But when we saw him do it, Erickson Lubin, he's going to have to do that to Tszyu to slow him down and break his confidence, because Tszyu is a very confident fighter. He really is.
Would you say he's in his prime right now? Because
Tszyu?
Yeah, Tim.
I don't know. He's got to fight better quality opposition, but if he can do good against Fundora, he needs one more fight for people to say he's in his prime and he got it. But remember, he's racing against the clock. He's not in his early 20s either. So
he's 32, 34?
I think he's in his 30s or early 30s, if I'm not mistaken.
I think he's 34. I might be mistaken, but when I say 30, I'm like, to me, I still feel that, my question is, like, those belts that were taken away, was Charlo stripped of the belts yet? He's still holding on to those belts.
I heard he was stripped of one. I don't know, how accurate it is. I think he was stripped of one.
Yeah, I feel everybody, all these Terrence fans, I feel them when they say Terrence deserves a shot at the title. Okay, good. We get that. But they forgetting what Terrence has been saying all this time, too. I only want the big paydays now.
Yeah, he wanted the big paydays.
Yeah.
I don't blame him. Why not?
Yeah, and see, Tim is not one of the biggest paydays, but who gave him his biggest payday? Earl did. So my thing was, I see it both ways. I see it from Terrence's point of view and from the business of boxing. You look at Earl, he came off a loss. Okay, he's recovered hopefully by now. And Terrence talking about he won a big fight. Well, if Tim Tszyu is not going to be a big payday for him, I know that. We all know that. But if Earl has a belt, and we've already, and you know, hey, you already decided to leave 147 alone, then hey, he gave you your biggest payday before. The same for Undisputed, but here's another big payday, one of your biggest paydays if he has a belt. Because that's one of the first things Terrence is probably going to throw in his face anyway. Go get a belt. So, I mean, I see it as a boxing fan. I see it. If Tim were to fight Terrence, I ain't gonna lie to you, Terrence would have my vote. Not because he's on the SNAC, but you know, he has a better resume and he still is a bit, I ain't gonna say hungry, but he's still a bit yeah, he is a bit hungrier because he just wants the biggest paydays, you know, and recognition.
Yeah, Tim Tszyu can't beat no Crawford, in my opinion.
Like I said, Terrence will get my vote of that. That's why I try to tell folks, man, I'm not the hater on Terrence. He just he didn't vote at the time for that one fight with Earl. That's all.
Yeah. So before we all go, let's get a prediction breakdown of. Oh, let me get my prediction on this. I hate to use the word prediction, but I'll use it anyway. I think Tim Tszyu is going to win this fight.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there is going to be possibly a knockdown or two in this fight.
Mm-hmm.
I believe there's going to be a knockdown in this fight. I believe Tim Tszyu is going to win this fight. And I think it's going to be competitive, though. I don't think Tim Tszyu is going to go in there and just run straight through Fundora. No. I don't believe that at all.
Not unless he pulls a Marvin Hagler, Tommy Hearns kind of fight, man.
Oh, yeah. 2 rounds, get him out of there.
Yeah, Tommy Hearns was 6'2", 6'1". Hagler's on like 5'8", 5'9". So he had to force the fight, even though he was the undisputed champion. I mean, Tommy Hearns is not as tall as Fundora, so it's like, hey, you know, but I can't see that style coming out of Tim, though. At least not yet.
Yeah.
So
the co-main event, which I think is going to be fireworks, and it might be more entertaining. It has the potential to be more entertaining than the main event, and that's Rolly Romero versus Isaac Pitbull Cruz. I love Isaac Cruz. I mean, you know, I like all the fighters, but Isaac Cruz, man, I like him.
Cruz got my man because I haven't seen, according to train. I'm just going by his last fight and his training. Romero has not been. He's been more mouth than he has skills in the ring.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, that's just the way. That's the way he promotes himself. He's almost becoming a Ricardo Mayorga kind
yes,
of.
That's who you remind me of, Ricardo Mayorga. He just swing for the fences, man. He swing for the fences. If he hit you, he gonna try to get you out of there.
And see, and a lot of people today on social media, they still argue with me when I say that I still don't believe Ricardo Mayorga was a better fighter or better champion than Vernon Forrest, even though he got the best of him. I still don't believe Iran Barkley is a better champion, all-around fighter than Tommy Hearns. He just had his number. And there are certain fighters like that. But everybody get upset with me when I say I still don't believe Terrence is a better fighter, champion than Earl. Because again, we look at why do you have, you know, Victor, if you're already that good, why do you have him in your corner for? That's a suspicion. And again, Mark, I didn't even know about Victor until you brought it to my attention.
Come on.
Then I went back and looked at the videos that, you know, the documentary. My products can't be detected. Yeah. Nobody understands that. And then Terrence was like, hey, I use that product and more. Don't nobody know what that means. Don't nobody care what that means. At least the casual fans don't. But hey, I'm just ready for the fights that we got coming through, man, because we definitely need them. And my thing also for the Canelo fans out here, this is just me. I ain't gonna advise y'all to do this. This is just me. If you guys don't like who Canelo's fighting, don't support. It's that simple. You want him to fight David Benavidez, what's it called, the Mexican Monster? Don't buy, don't support until he does. He got enough money. Honestly, this is just how I feel about it. I haven't been. I feel that he wants like the big Mayweather Pacquiao delay fight, and to the best of his advantage. I'm not gonna say he's scared of him. I just feel he's almost like Crawford. He wants a couple more big fights before he steps away because he knows he is aging and he took a lot of damage. But I feel he just wants that big Pacquiao Mayweather payday for David. I don't think he's scared of him like that though.
Right. That was Andre Noble. His thing went off again.
Let me find out he got Kmart Wi-Fi.
No, he good. He in the bad area.
He got cricket Wi-Fi.
No, he got good Wi-Fi. He's just in the bad area, man. He in the bad area. That's not his phone, man. But look, so let's do this before we go. Rolly Romero.
Yeah.
Tszyu Cruz, man. Give us a breakdown of your prediction of that fight, man. What you got on that? Break it down.
I see Rolly, doing his thing as first. I see the first 5 rounds being split, and then I see Rolly, getting a bit careless because that the Pitbull is just what he is. He's the Pitbull, and I think Rolly may get a little bit careless around the 7th, 8th round because we saw what the old man did to him. So I think before he gets a little too careless, I see it ending by the 10th. I see Pitbull getting him out of there by the 10th because he's still young. He ain't no 42-year-old man now getting ready to, take you to school. This is a cat who's ready to take you to the pens. You know what I mean? Where, it still takes tax dollars and it's free. And, hey, that's all that goes on there is you letting them hands go. So he's a bit younger than that 42-year-old, the 40-plus-year-old that, he got that win over. So that's what I see. I see Rolly, doing his thing in the first 5 rounds, maybe getting 3 to 5 rounds. And I see the Pitbull coming out, taking care of business, at least by the 10th.
I'm gonna tell you, man, I don't think this fight's going to go to 4-12.
No.
I do see both of these guys getting knocked down. I see Tszyu Cruz getting knocked down once. I see Rolly getting knocked down once. But I also see the technical abilities that Tszyu Cruz has. He don't just be punching just to be punching. He used a lot of good techniques. He can really fight, man. He can really box. And I know a lot of that don't, get an opportunity to be showcased because when he gets you on the ropes and when he fights on the inside, he's just a pit bull. Mm-hmm. But I don't know if Rolly will stay committed to that jab to keep that pit bull off of him because you got to stay committed to it and not try to go for the fences and just start throwing all these wild punches to knock Pitbull out. Pitbull Cruz is a Mexican. He has a chin. So you're not going to be able to just knock him out and run through him. You're going to have to find a way to break him down. And we've seen Pitbull Cruz be very fast and quick on his feet, even when he fought Tank Davis. Yep. So he can catch up to you. So I think that I can see both fighters getting knocked down one time. Let's say if Rolly knock him down, he might not get a chance to knock Rolly down. Hey, I agree with you. If Pitbull Cruz knock Rolly down, that's going to be it. But I can see both of these guys knocking each other down at some point, even if both knockdowns don't happen in the same fight. Bottom line is Rolly Romero, he's got to keep Pitbull on the outside. If you let the Pitbull lock his jaws on you, he ain't going to let you go. So you got to keep him on the outside. Don't let him get on the inside because he get to attacking your body. You know what I mean?
He gonna be like that daggum. He can be like the. This is what lightweight they're fighting at.
Yeah.
He gonna be like the daggum lightweight version of daggum Triple G, man. Give me them ribs, man. I love ribs.
Yeah, and we've never seen Rolly take a lot of body punishment either. So we got to see how he's going to fare in that game. And I'm gonna tell Rolly like this here: don't do a whole lot of holding. All this trash you was talking about the smaller fighter. Don't be doing all that holding because I see a lot of that happening. Don't be doing a whole bunch of holding tomorrow. You know what I mean? Go in there and rumble him. But
who would we say that the winner gets next? Tank Davis or Haney? Or the Haney Garcia?
Well, Tank beat both of them, so I don't know if they'll be able to get the rematch with Tank. But
the Haney winner?
Huh?
One of them gets the winner, the Garcia, the Ryan Garcia and David Haney winner?
Well, the problem with that is they fighting at 140.
Okay.
Garcia and Devin, they at 140. I mean, throw Shakur Stevenson in the sweepstakes.
Okay.
Let him make a good payday from fighting both of those guys.
Mm-hmm. That'd be Stevenson be a good fight. Yeah, I'm just everybody on social media is like, okay, they trying to compare these fighters today to the Wilfred Benitez, Hearns, Leonard, and Duran, because Hagler was middleweight, so they try to compare the fight. But I'm like, it ain't the same, man. It's more business than it is legacy.
Oh yeah.
I like contenders today are making almost what champions were making back then.
That is true.
They making about $2.5 million a fight, and champions didn't get that unless they had a belt. I mean, unless they had both. They were undisputed with 2 belts. Were they making that kind of money?
And depending on all of them, the contenders now, and even the fighters back then, depending on who they promoted by, and with the language in their contracts say, they still not walking away with all that money anyway.
No.
And IRS is still waiting around the corner, Uncle Sam. So, but I will say this: tomorrow, I might not run through all of the fights as far as like live commentary. I might just do 3. I might just do the one before Pitbull, Cruz, and Rolly, and then, of course, the main event. So come on back tomorrow, you guys and ladies. Come on back. I'm going to order the fight. Come on back and support the channel. We're going to do live commentary tomorrow. I'm excited about it. I haven't done live commentary in a long time, and so I'm going to be able to do that tomorrow. And I think we're going to have a good, entertaining card. Amazon Prime's first time with PBC tomorrow. I don't think we're going to have a fight that's going to be dull. I think every fight that's going to be publicized is going to be entertaining. And we got some good boxing to look forward to tomorrow night.
Yes, sir. Go ahead and get ready to sound like the black version of Howard Cosell, man. Down goes Fundora. Down goes Fundora. Down goes Fundora.
Yes, sir. Yes, indeed, man. And I appreciate you coming up.
Yeah, man.
As always, bro. And we'll be back here tomorrow. And I look forward to seeing everybody. Come on back through tomorrow. Get your popcorn ready. I'm going to put this thing together. And y'all going to hear some live boxing commentated by yours truly. So, salute to everybody. Double salute to you, Black. Good to see you always again. Always, Bruce. You can come up here anytime. You family, brother. And I'll give you the honor. Give us your last 30 seconds. I'm going to turn the camera off. I'm going to back out of this thing. You can close us out. SOG for life. I love that. I love that. I love that. Hey, I'll let you close us out, bro.
Everybody think I stole that from Andre Ward. I'm like, no, Andre Ward can have the son of God for life. I'm a servant of God for life. That's what that stands for. But yeah, man, y'all be sure to tune in to what Manager Marty got going on. Because if you haven't hit the like button, go ahead, subscribe, comment. I don't care if you hit the dislike button. Hit the button anyway. It's free. And I just can't wait for tomorrow, man, because this boxing, we need it, man. And with that being said, I'm gonna let y'all go. Still, I'm picking Tim tomorrow. He got my vote for now. Peace.
Representing the business of boxing, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Manager Marty.
Thank you.